Hello, hello, hello. I am Sha'Rhonda Donald, and I'm here to just share information. That's really why I'm on here. I have been afraid of social media, not because of the comment section, like everybody fears the comment section, like, oh my God, they're going to tear you down. But it's mainly because you're not sure how you're going to be perceived, and you want to make sure the message that you're sending is um, touching someone who may need it at the time or who may be struggling at the time. Um, it's more so my way of helping someone else. And since this is the main way we communicate today, well, in today's society, I feel like it was imperative that I face my fears and get on here. So, a little bit about myself. I am 38 years old. I became a mom 3 years ago. My baby's going to be 3 in July. And I'm very blessed to have had that experience and super excited about the future with him. I am a first generation born female in a family that did not saying they didn't value education, but that wasn't at the forefront. So I definitely set the bar and set the foundation for the younger generation in my family. I am a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and what I am learning is that mental health is does not define you, but if you have experienced it, you can't allow it to ruin you. And what I mean by that is you can't allow your fear of judgment, your fear of taking medicine, your fear of therapists, um, keep you from getting resources and services that can change your life. And as a psychiatric nurse practitioner, I am learning that our families, our culture, our religion play a big role in how we respond and address certain traumas and things in our life, which then shapes how we cope and respond to other people in our lives, which can be negative or it can be positive, but it does play a huge role. On this platform, I'm going to just share some things that I've learned on my journey of life that I'm hoping can be beneficial to someone else. One thing that I definitely am going to hone in on is ADHD. As a psychiatric nurse practitioner, that's my specialty. That's what I primarily treat and manage is adults with ADHD. Unfortunately, ADHD for a long time has been misunderstood, has been judged, has been labeled, has been mocked. A lot of people don't understand ADHD. A lot of people feel like it's not a true disorder. However, minimizing it doesn't help. And it definitely um, prevents a person who is suffering from possible ADHD from seeking treatment. A lot of people just label ADHD as being distracted or lazy, or you have memes and videos of people going in one room, forgot what they went in for, or they poured a cup of coffee and then left it and then never come back to it. Those things are a part of it, but that stigma around the condition, creates a lot of shame. And it's devastating and seen as a lack of support for those who live with it every day. A lot of people are lazy, are considered lazy when they exhibit symptoms of ADHD because, people without it don't understand it. You hear in parent teacher conferences and kids who may exhibited symptoms early, she's just not working for her full potential, or she just won't sit still, or he just not doing none of the homework, or he's not turning it in, or you forgot your backpack again today. You know, like there's things that these repeated behaviors um, that are exhibited, you think this person has control over, and they don't. It's just how their brain is wired. Um, and us as clinicians, I can honestly speak for myself, we're undertrained, we're underinformed, and we're just flat out afraid to treat ADHD. We get well acquainted with bipolar depression, schizophrenia, and anxiety, but ADHD is left behind. Um, and I know a lot of what we eat, I know a lot of things that we put on our bodies, a lot of things that we utilize in our daily lives can disrupt our brain chemistry and disrupt various different things and subject us to different conditions. And some people um, theorize that certain food dyes or certain things contribute to ADHD, but it does have a hereditary component, so that could be it too. However, we just can't we just can't walk around like it doesn't exist. And another reason why clinicians are afraid to treat adult patients with ADHD because they just fear addiction. Really, there's a lack of understanding how a child can go all through the years undiagnosed and then be diagnosed as an adult. Some people think this person is stimulant seeking. Some people think that they're just using this as a crutch, and don't give people a chance to really truly express and describe the symptoms that they're experiencing without being biased. And that makes it hard for people to seek treatment, especially women and people of color. It's a very scary thing. However, untreated ADHD can contribute to increased healthcare costs because sometimes they have coexisting mental health conditions that mask the ADHD or mimic, like anxiety and depression and even bipolar disorder. Some symptoms overlap in those conditions and can be, a lot of people are misdiagnosed and then they get on all this medication with no alleviation of their symptoms. Or maybe they have some mild relief, but then over time, there's a rebound effect, or they just start, complaining of their medication not working. Um, and to alleviate all of that, I just don't understand why we don't try to get to the bottom of it and consider that as a possibility versus all these other disorders. And I appreciate social media for raising awareness of this condition. But sometimes I feel like it's turning ADHD into a punchline, more so encouraging people to seek assistance and seek help. Um, in my experience, I'm learning that people with ADHD, it's causes such a crying frustration because your brain just won't allow you to do something or start something simple. It causes you to ruin your relationships. It causes you to lose your job or have your supervisor talking to you about your performance or time management constantly. Um, and that's the full picture that's not being given on social media. Is those struggles outside of for being forgetful. Um, and that's why I do what I do. I want to change the narrative. Um, Not only do I want to provide education about ADHD, I want to share tips and tricks and strategies that's beyond the prescription, and let people know that ADHD is real, it's valid, and it deserves respect and support. Um, and that's my goal. So if you've ever felt dismissed, misdiagnosed, misunderstood, just know that you are not alone. And if you empathize or if you can relate to what I'm talking about, continue to follow and look for my videos because I'm going to be dropping some tips, tricks, strategies, and knowledge that I hope help the next, or I hope you can share with somebody to help them. Because a lot of times healing is a journey and it's possible, but it's beyond the pharmacy. Sometimes we need other tools in our toolbox other than the medication. Don't get me wrong, sometimes medication can serve as the foundation, a starting point. But at the end of the day, it's just medicine. So once the medication plateaus or gets you to a certain level, a part of life is for you to feel and go through things. So you're going to need to lean on and pull on those coping skills, those you got to work on those habits and those routines that did not serve you and did not elicit a positive outcome. But it takes some inner work to realize and be open to the change or to the improvements. And I'm here to share that. So follow me to learn more about my perspective on ADHD, life, and just mental health, period, from a person that looks like you, and for a person that values education in our community just as much as you. Because in today's world, with all that's going on, we need a lot of compassion, strategy, and strength, and prayer. So, thank you for allowing me to share, and I hope that you will continue to watch and get something out of it. Have a blessed one.